What's up, guys? So it is May 21st, and I'm about to give you guys a trade recap. Bottom left here is my P&L from today. So before the session, since we were trading in here, I was looking to fade the extremes, and this is a 30-minute chart. So I had demand marked out at like 916 to 902. So when I pair those levels together, really what I wanted to see was to get short. I wanted to see a break of this 900 level. So my short thesis was a break below that. In text, my plan is if 900 were to break, I want to look for shorts targeting 865 first. Nothing on the calendar. Wouldn't be surprised if it was balanced session like it has been. And if it is balanced session, I want to play the extremes. For the long side, I had as long as market is above the demand level, I wanted to look for longs targeting up to 45. So that was my plan going into the session. So these are my order fills. I only had one trade today. So as the session developed, we were pretty much balancing all the way up here. So I found this structural point, which is a high from yesterday. And essentially I was using it as a place where if sellers stepped in here, I would potentially look for a short, and I wanted to see buyers get absorbed up here. And I also wanted to see the aggression from sellers step in after that. Some people refer to that as like a delta flip. That's just it's the same shit. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you guys what made me actually take the entry real quick. So we trade up to that 34 level. So since we were balanced, I knew that this is where I wanted to play short at the top of the balance. And what I saw when we got up there was I saw offers stepping in passively. We filled them, we sold off. So some selling aggression as well. I see these offers reload right here. Next time we come up here, you see this buying aggression. So this exact moment, I'm waiting for some sort of selling delta to get short, and you can see some start to come in right here. I'm waiting for aggression from sellers to really confirm my thesis that selling is active up here. Offers filled, reloaded, buying aggression that gets absorbed a little bit. And then really, I just want to see that aggression from the sellers come in after this happens. All right, so I just put it on there, and really this was a good plan because I had a level of interest, which was a high from essentially overnight. The passive orders, like I said, you get some buying, get absorbed up here at the level, and then you get the aggression from sellers stepping in here. So that was my confirmation. If this trade's not going to work out, I would just give it to the high, which is what I did in this moment. I put my stop loss right above the 34. So I was risking over 2-point risk on this trade, like 2.5. And what do I want to see at this point? I want to see the aggression. I want to see the sellers put the foot on the gas. So I'm seeing that. Then let me just take myself out of the live session. So on my review, that was the confirmation, like I just said. And then this was a red flag that I noticed in the trade. And we come down to VWAP, and I don't really think I can zoom in on this, but what I'm circling here on the footprint is just some selling that is getting absorbed. So that was a red flag, and that happened at VWAP. This could have been a little bit too soon to break even on the trade, but so you'll see here I get stopped out at break even, and then we come back, and I was really fighting the urge to not re-enter the position. You guys might know by now that that's one of my flaws. We'll say it is in the past. Yeah, I was fighting that off, and then I'm glad I did, because right after we get back to VWAP, an announcement comes out that the EU is preparing a trade proposal, which obviously caused this surge in buying volume right here. So that's what happened with that trade. And then I tell you guys that the next plan that I developed was regarding the same level. And you can see this happens, kind of mess around above this 34 high, sell off from it. And as we are consolidating right above VWAP right here, in my head, I developed a plan that my plan was actually to look for the same sort of activity as I saw before again. And this was like where volume really dropped off from, or I guess it was more like up here. So yeah, volume really dropped off above 36. You can kind of still see it. And essentially I was looking to be a seller in this general area because of this reaction. That was my plan. I actually did not take that short, but this is my thesis that I posted on my Twitter. So I just told him about the idea, and this is what it looked like. This is what it looked like on Bookmap when we got up there. It was a similar look. You got the offers sitting above. You have a CVD divergence. I don't know if you guys, yeah, you can kind of see it. So this is a CVD divergence, just essentially kind of reinforcing the idea that these buyers right here are trapped. And you see that volume that I underlined right here, buying volume, and then you get that delta. This is the delta. So the selling delta increases right after this. This could have been viewed as confirmation, but in my Discord, I posted the footprint. This is what the footprint looked like. I didn't really see, I could be wrong here, I guess, but I didn't really see anything on the footprint that really made me like it, so I didn't take it. But that was the only other idea that I had. That was the only other idea that I had on the session. But yeah, so if you guys want my new report card, new and improved, I dropped it in my Discord. You can like check off these boxes, so it's nice. I'm fucking with it. But yeah, new report card. That's the only trade I took today. Second idea was good. It would have worked out. My first target was the 22s, which was where the volume drops off. That would have hit, but my second target would have definitely been probably down here to the 909s or something like that. And those runners would have got filled if I had runners. So if you guys like these trade recap videos, give my channel a subscribe and give this video a like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.